You ever see the Dukes? You ever see the Dukes of Hazzard? Dukes of Hazzard? Add Chris Rock to him. And that's who I went up against. And so I was just sitting there, man, and I was like, and they're like, hey, listen, guy, you got to get a GED before you leave AIT. See, I knew this, but I thought I could do it after. Because that was the deal when I joined the Army in 1988. I quit high school. You used to quit high school and just join the Army. But that was the last year where you could do that. So I had to guarantee them a good grade on the ASVAB, which I did. Then I had to get my GED. So I went to GED school. 8 divided by 4, duh, 6.5, 3.14 pi squared. Oh, I'm starving. You know, where's the pi? And no, there wasn't even no 3.14 in the GED. So I did exceptional. I'm just a smart kid. We all are, my family. I'm just the only one that uses it in a different way, acting stupid. And I'm just like, yo, man, I'm standing out in the line, and the mail call comes out, and the dude's like, Private Shoey. And you know, this is just AIT. They throw you the mail if they don't like you. So it's a big manila folder from the governor of the state of Missouri. And you can look it up, I don't know. And I open it up, and it's like, congratulations on your GED. Now, most people are congratulated by the governor, but this is a special letter from his office because you got one of the highest GED scores in Missouri's history. And I'm like, wow. If Missouri even had like maybe, you know, 2 people with half a brain after they smashed their heads together, it'd feel like an honor. So he had me read the letter out in front of all the company, like 180 people. So then we graduate. And I headed off in a taxi with my buddies. It was just, we called ourselves, I forget what we called ourselves. So we went away on our 3-day pass during it when you graduate AIT. No, it's in between basic training and AIT. You know what I mean? It was just a blue-eyed white guy and 4 black dudes hanging out in Missouri country bars, man. What's up? We just want to get laid. Oh, man. And then I lost my money, and they had to give me some money. It wasn't like Venmo and shit back then. And then we all took a cab, and we all said goodbye. And nobody ever wrote me after, you know. Oh, yeah, one guy did. But what I'm more pissed about is when I went to the Gulf War. That's a whole nother story. But when I went to the Gulf War, because I quit the reserves when I went home, I was so sick of the Army, I just threw my Army bag in the Hudson River. There's witnesses. So me and my buddy who hung himself over a chick, don't ever hang yourself over a woman or a guy because they win twice, you know what I mean? Suicides for pussies. Just call me. I've taken many people off of temps. I'm just sitting there, and we take off to Virginia, right? And I'm just like, man, I ain't living down here, dude. This is Virginia Beach, garbage. So I went back up to my mom. She's just chilling at this place. She's like, just go back to high school. I can still get, you know, child support off your rich asshole father. I'm like, screw it. So literally, like, we just, you know, went back there. And me and my brother now we're in the same grade. You know, in the beginning, I was an 87 graduate. He was 89. Now we're both 89. Went through the whole year and just terrorized this school as a 19, 20-year-old. And then the English teacher failed me on purpose. She had a crush. Story of my life, teachers hitting on me. She'd be like, you think I'm going to sit here and pass you after you disturb my class for the last 180 days? I'm like, what do you want me to kiss your ear or something? I'm like, bouncing, I already got my GED, sucker. You know what I mean? So then I left, and my brother was graduating on stage. We were partying up on the hill in the cemetery, Lansingburg, New York, throwing rocks at my father. And then, so, you know, down the road, I just, you know, just drunk, hanging out at clubs. It was just like a rotating door of bitches. And I was just like, yo, man, look at this Baghdad getting blown up. Now, I'm on the IRR list now, Individual Ready Reserve, which means, you know, when there's a war, they're going to take you and set you in. But it's not really like they go looking for you. I wasn't AWOL. If you miss your reserve unit because you move and you can't, they don't need a plumber in Florida, you're not AWOL. You're really not. So if you hit your reserve unit, just move away from that reserve unit to a place where they don't need your MOS. Just a little secret. They're undercover. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. That was the 80s. This is the 2020s. So anyways, yeah, man, I said, screw it, man. I hate roofing. You guys are, I'm living with 4 other dudes in a 1-bedroom to save money. I'm like, I'm going to war. So I just called the Army. I said, listen, I'm on the IRR list. Can I head over to this Baghdad? She's like, sure. You got a ticket at the Albany County Airport Sunday morning. I'm like, at least I got a week. She's like, no, you leave this Sunday. I'm like, all right. So now I tell my 4 roommates, and everybody finds out in the city of Troy. So we got a party. Shoenice is going off to war. And it's been going on since August, so it's January now. So it's getting, we're come on, let's get in the mood, dude. Let's get in the mood. Now, I had taken an electric bill that I was supposed to pay, and I just stuck it up in the drop ceiling. I'll take care of it after the war. But I had hit it before I was even going to go. I don't remember, but 5 guys, it was like $18 a piece. So I stuck the electric bill up in the ceiling and just kept everybody's money to party. And then it was snowing, and we lived next to a biker bar. And every Friday, Saturday night, me and my 3 roommates, we were only in our early 20s, 19, whatever, and we'd just go out and beat up bikers that got drunk. And one guy crashed right through our front window one time. We would actually go out and just tease like Hell's Angels dudes. So these groups walk by, man, and I'm like, let's get into the war mode, guys. I'm like, what's up, punk? And he comes over and just punches me in the face. I was like, oh, hell no. I just picked him up and slammed him into the snowbank, and I just kept driving him till his whole body disappeared. Now his girlfriend comes around the corner and says, leave him alone. I said, and her thumbnail just came right in my eye. I thought she popped my eyeball out. So yeah, man, I'm just like, shoo. The next day, I'm heading off to war. My whole eye is bloodshot. Now, if you Google image Shoenice Army, it'll pop up with that picture of me with my M16 in a green uniform heading off to a desert war because they were out of desert uniforms. And you can see that girl's fingernail and just my eye, I was like this. That's why I sags. It's always been injured. So yeah, the whole time I was in Desert Storm, my eye was red. It went away like the last month. And I get home to this party, man, and my brother and these dudes pick me up. Half kegger, dude, that's for you. They're going to be going crazy. So we drive up there, and everybody, there was a long, windy driveway. And my brother went up, and I'm smoking a joint with my buddy Chico. And he said, my brother's out of the war. So here comes 10, 15 hoes down the driveway, because all the women love Shoenice, story of my life. And they're like, no. Now, he just waxed his car. This dude carries Armor All in his wallet. And all these girls would just beer, hand, crud, lipstick. Where is he? On his completely tinted windowed car. He's like, get out of my car. Get out of my car. And he shoves me out of the car. I'm like, come on, I just got out of war. All these women attack me. This one chick comes up to me. Sorry, I can't sleep with you. I'm dating Johnny V. I'm like, what? Who are you? So I go up to the party. Now I just want a beer. I got drunk when I got out of Desert Storm. There was 2 weeks to deprocess us. We were just hanging out at the bar. And this dude's just like, yo, man. He's like, I said, yo, man, the cake's going. Give me a glass. And if I ever see this dude, I'll just beat him up just because he's Johnny Homer. He's just a punk. Just a fat slob like his dad was. And I'm just like, everybody in Troy, New York, really they're all dirty in some way. Troy, Lansingburg, that whole area, you're just all dirty, man. You're scum off the hut. But anyway, so I'm just chilling, right? And this guy's like, where were we at? I forget. Whoa, I almost Almost looked like we weren't live. That would have sucked. I've told the story before when I thought I was live. Some people think they think they're turned off and they're not, and sometimes I think I'm on and I'm not. After the bar at Desert Storm, what happened? Wait, you got out of Desert Storm? We were out of Desert Storm, or we heading to Desert Storm? I don't want to talk about Desert Storm. It's such a boring story. We've done that. We'll do that some other day. That's enough war stories from now. Let's say hi to some of the guests. What's up, Justin? A lot of people getting blocked, huh? Why are people so rude in here? You know what I mean? I got 3 moderators. They don't even comment, so you're just secretly getting blocked. You know what I mean? What are you guys doing today? Oh, look who got home. Not yours. You need to at least pull your dress down? You've been walking around like that all day? I'm getting some ass. Marge is back, guys. It sucks. You know what I mean? So either way, the long-time fan, if you want me to say your name, just type it in caps. One name. I don't need to say any other, YouTube channels or something. Say hi to Frankie. You know what I mean? What's up, Blake Ton? Where's AA Aaron? What's up, Brandon, Jeremy, Lucas, Ryan, Candace, Chad, Henry? I'll try and do it in a free throw. I don't say H3H3. Mindy, Austin, and TJ hanging out with Sebastian, Sean, and Ray. Roy, LAB sucks. Autumn, Ray, Tyler, Noah, Jason. I can't believe they got another Halloween out. I remember when Jamie Lee Curtis was ball. You know what I mean? It's just nasty now. Yeah, she's finally gonna kill her brother or what? God. It was fun when she was good looking. Justin. He's alive, I know. I always gotta keep the shoe nice because somebody might think, and somebody else. How's Instagram doing, Kylie Jenner, who makes like $1 million a day on there? If Instagram's going, Kardashian makeup is. I just love to watch the rich crumble. You know what I mean? It's funny. How's snapping high school girls? It's beautiful, bro. You know what I mean? You got to get them to come to Shoe Nice early. You don't want them to go to Pootie Pie or Boogie. You know what I mean? That's why I got people 10 years down the road saying, bro, I remember you stalking me on my Facebook. I'm 25 with kids now. So happy you're still alive. You took me out of dark places in my childhood, bro. You made me happy. You took me off of antidepressants. You stopped me from ending my life. Psst. Can't make this shit up, right? Doesn't matter what you believe. The souls I saved do. That's what we do around here. Save souls, smoke bowls, crush trolls. Who needs to eat pine cones and ashtray rolls? But I'll put a cigarette out of my tongue for a I could literally live here in Vegas on the strip and just put cigarettes out of my tongue. just have a sign. Put your cigarette out of my tongue for $5, human ashtray. Most people just recognize me from YouTube. And they'll give me 20, 40. They're on the strip. You got bitches walking around. They put their arms around you, and you got to give them $50 through Google Pay, or they won't leave you alone. I just like watching these women just get these suckers. They think they're getting a free picture because they're some kind of, and then they just corner you. Say, oh, you got PayPal. You got, yeah. It's like Dog the Bounty Hunter, you know what I mean? First he's all angry at you. Get down on the ground or I'm going to hit you with these paintballs. And then you're in the car. He's like, hey, man, Jesus loves you. Want a cigarette? Yeah, I can't uncuff you, but shit. All scripted, all fake. I'm sorry. I've just been in the TV world too long. South Beach tow. Nobody ever got towed. They're all actors. I was the only person ever towed on South Beach tow because I was living in South Beach and the bitch I was living with left the car in the unloading zone for over 30 minutes again. So it was my second time paying $180 for a tow. And I go back there, and the producer from True TV, I just got off of World's Dumbest. He's like, dude, Shoenice, you got to be on my show. I said, you got $50? He's like, I guess. I said, what are all these people reading? Oh, just their lines. So Google or go to YouTube and type in Shoenice on South Beach Toe. The guy in front of me complaining about his beans in his truck, all acting. I was the only person on South Beach Toe every episode ever to be towed. Everything else was just actors. Pawn Stars, it's already pre-planned. Items are just being shown because that's why the people watch it, to see the historical items. They're just bidding and kidding around. I did lines with Chumley last night out here in Henderson. He's still fat. They all have saggy boobs. It's weird. But they're never at the place. It's a real pawn shop. There's 20 people that work for a living waiting to get their money back or their rings back or whatever. It's a real pawn store, but you don't see them there. But literally, man, it's all fake. I mean, American Pickers? Hey, did you talk to Danielle? Some guy opens the door at a country house where he's got a barn full of antiques. He was contacted 6 months prior. He signed a contract probably 3 months prior. They all met each other an hour before. They wired him up. He's got a wireless mic on, and he's got to pretend that he's just meeting Frank and Mikey. Frank left because he's a cokehead, and now it's Mikey and the girl with the tattoos. Danielle, the stripper. What else? Tosh.0. Everything I ate on Tosh.0 wasn't shit. You know what I mean? The taffy. I like the silly putty. I would have ate silly putty. It was taffy. The roofing tar was chocolate pudding. They wouldn't even let me swallow that. So everything I was eating, I had to spit in a bag after the scene. Now, Tosh seen Steve Will Do It on YouTube looking for me. And they said, look at this guy copying Shoenice. Let's bring him on and troll him. And they literally told me, watch this one. And they brought Steve Will Do It on there. They completely made him look like a geek. And then they made him eat a lot of stuff so he would throw up. And they treated me like a king. They treated him like, and he simped right up to that too, man. But I would like to box Steve Will Do It. I got sponsors coming out the yin yang. Literally, yeah, I got the fist, I got the following, so I'm definitely going to be an undercard in 2022, year of the shoe. What's up? Oh, hey, LA Beast here. He won't fight me because he's terrified of me. Who wouldn't be? Zzz. These are jackhammers coming at you on the front of a freight train. You know, I will do it. Steve won't. You know what I mean? That's not Snoopy, that's Shoopy. Hey, guys. Hey. All right, then. So either way, always remember, guys, don't join the army. Hey. Especially when you're a class clown. The shot goes out to anybody that's legal enough to drink responsibly, 21 or over, unless you're in Europe. I guess you can drink whenever you want. I freeze them up. You freeze up the wine glasses. And then they're just like, they melt, and it's just like a wine cooler on the beach without an ocean. So don't go to Orange County if you thought you were going swimming in the next couple months on LA beaches. Nah, a bunch of oil's coming up. Bunch of oil. Thank God for Dawn dishwashing, liquid people. All the sea lice dying. I think it was eco-terrorism because they can't figure out where the oil came from. Maybe they have. But that's kind of crazy. This country's kind of imploding like Facebook. Every empire fails. It's a mathematical equation. Go all the way back to the Roman Empire. Just every empire fails. Who's next? I'm moving to Australia. Baby, baby, baby. Act like Bryan Adams, you know what I mean? Are you dying, Justin? Aren't we all? It's just a matter of time. It just speeds up the older you get. The Fridays come real quick at 52. Can't imagine how fast it is at 72. That's why old people do a lot of shit. You know what I mean? There was an adult diaper commercial on my YouTube video. Can everybody go over to my YouTube really quick? Because I put Elmer's glue on my face, let it dry, peeled it off, and ate it 2 years ago, but nobody knows it's an old vid. Can't put it on here. TikTok's really strict. They made me start over to have these streams to make money, but they don't want me doing anything. I can't even, swear. I think somebody's watching now because a lot of haters were just reporting. And sometimes you just have to start a stream over because you have so many reports from haters that literally, man, the algorithm shuts you down until a human comes in 24 hours later. So I'm hoping TikTok fixed that because Facebook and Instagram are gone. Hee 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 hee. Well, how's Selena Gomez's new post doing? They make tons of money posting anything. It's like $1 million a day for them, if not more. Hee 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 hee. Sorry, I act like Cartman. Yes, hee 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 hee. Good show, South Park. You learn a lot about just society on South Park, I think. Damn it. The Vice doc was the best. It was the biggest bullshit piece of documentary ever put together. Oh, somebody's making a cartoon about me, and I don't even have to put in voiceovers. They're going to take them from YouTube videos. And they're cool little characters, what they have. I met them on Cameo, cameo.com, where I sing happy birthday to people for $5,000 a month. It's just what I do. I'm sorry. It took a long time to get here. I was a roofer for 25 years, went to war, fell through a skylight, almost died, and had to eat pine cones. Now I just sit back and laugh. You know what I mean? Steve will do it, doesn't drink or eat anything anymore. Why do I have to? It's all about the boxing, man. Come get some of this KSI. I'll get a tattoo of you right here, bro. He's too small for me. All them guys are too small. My fighting weight is 250. I'm 300 pounds right now, and I'm not even fat. Randy Santel, he's like 320. And he's diesel, and I cut down like 30 pounds in 2 weeks. I'll lose 80 pounds in 30 days, man. Fasting. Intermittent fasting. But Steve ain't fast, man. He's got women's hands like Bradley Martin. I don't care how much you're benching, flexing, giving people Teslas. Give me a single white trailer. You wouldn't have any of that without me. Steve will do it. I just like being a part of the history of being the pioneer of full send. But I don't support it because they support binge drinking for minors. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of 18-year-olds chasing a beer truck. That's just going to come out in the movie someday. Poor kid. You know what I mean? But either way, when you walk around Vegas, there's no happy dad anywhere. It's just cutthroat seltzer. You know what I mean? I'll do a Jack and Coke because I got a few bars on the strip, and they'll just pour 6-7 shots of just because they know who I am. And now I'm going to be doing stand-up comedy in between two bands. So when the band goes on break and everybody just sits and you listen to music, now you get comedy. And I've always wanted to bring comedy and music together. We tried it in New York, actually, on a boat. I used to do down the Hudson River. I do comedy for this idiot. I forget his name, Ralph something. But I was always rocking, and he'd teach me how to stand still. Just keep the microphone in the, because that's what my one problem was. I was just walking back and forth doing my jokes. So yeah, just give me a mic and I'm good. Especially with a drunk crowd that's just listening to music. They're not even expecting comedy. Just give me free drinks. You know what I mean? And I'm just going to put Shoenice up behind there where they put their virtual bucket. Because people donate, they don't go up and put money in a bucket. In Vegas, the bands just show their shit up behind them. And you just go to your PayPal, Venmo, Cash App and send the money. So it's really lucrative. And everybody's just bussing because we've been hussing, you know what I mean, with the COVID. But people just walk around here and they don't even give a shit, man. There ain't no masks. Inside there is, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Blue check incoming? How do you know, Roman Deluxe? I wish I could. Oh, blue check mark on Instagram? They banned me so many times. I just went back on my Twitter today. That is so weird, just to, bust on famous people. I've been in Vegas forever, dude. Like the last decade, just in and out, around and about. I just can't sit in one place at one time, man. It's weird. In about a month, I'll be sick of Vegas. Head back to Denver, you know. It's tough living in 120-degree heat, too. You know, Metallica sucks, dude. I'll punch that dude in the face. They just suck. They're old. Get out of my face. Hey. I seen Imagine Dragons and Snoop Dogg the other night, dude. Okay? That's real music, man. It's in your face. I was like, what's up, Snoop? What's up? And he's like, security, man. This guy bothered me at Denver. He owns the weed in Denver, Colorado, and he knows me from Cameo because I'm on the front page and I'm top dog. But I didn't see him, man. I don't do crowds. I don't do music, concerts, crowds, anything like that, especially in Vegas. It's just sad, man. I'm just not going to be a victim to listen to Justin Bieber. And now that we let all these people into the country, who the fuck knows who's in here? Because I don't gather with big crowds. You see me in Aurora, dude? Was that you? Did you run out of blinker fluid? Because you didn't put on your left turn signal. That's what you do when somebody, you know, I hate the people that are coming at you and they're taking the right and they won't turn on the blinker when you're just cutting into Walmart too. And they'll just beep, beep, and they'll look at me. I'll be like, must have ran out of your blinker fluid. Would you get your license from a Cracker Jack box? Cracker Jack, that was some good popcorn, man. They probably call that name racist now. What's up? How you been?